Hey, what is going on, guys? Today I am sharing with you 5 brand new super cool track mods for Assetto Corsa. I do think we have something for pretty much everyone on this list. We have some fictional circuits, a Formula E circuit, an IndyCar circuit, as well as some super nice updates to some already established circuits. Before we get into it though, I'd like to give a quick shout out to my second channel, JC Racing. If you want to see some broader sim racing content, as well as I will be starting routinely live streaming over there 5 days a week, then that is going to be the channel for it. You can find that one in the top link in the description below. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right on to the first track on this list, and that is the Hyderabad ePrix circuit. This is based in Telangana, I hope I said that right, India, and this was the home of the Hyderabad ePrix for Formula E this past season, gone by season 9, I think it was. It's a 2.8 kilometer long circuit, of course, Formula E circuit, street circuit, and it is very tight and twisty, but it's one of Formula E's faster circuits. It does actually have quite a fair bit long straights. I was actually kind of surprised when I first saw this layout, but of course does still have the sometimes clumsy chicanes. This track is made by Garrett Gibson and Errol Perfett. The track has 25 pits, so it's pretty much only large enough for a Formula E grid, but I don't think you'd want to take much else other than maybe the VRC Formula Lithium Gen 3 car around here anyway. You can find this one in the link in the description below. It's super high quality. I know this track is definitely not going to be for everyone, but the Formula E tracks are few and far between here in Assetto Corsa, so when a good one comes out, I always like to cover it. Next up, we're switching gears to another street circuit, though this time in the States. This is the Nashville street circuit. It's actually not the one that they're switching to for next year. It's the one they used this year, and I think last year was the first year of this track. It's 3.3 kilometers long, and it is super cool because it goes over a bridge twice, both directions. It goes over a river in Nashville. I think it's one of the main rivers in Nashville. This is made by Rainmaker. It's 3.3 kilometers long, as I said, and it has 26 pits. So again, you're not going to really fit much more on here than an IndyCar grid, but this track is deceptively tight, and you're probably not going to want to bring much else other than Indy cars to this track. There are some parts of this track that genuinely remind me of Macau, if you've ever driven that track, where there's like literal no overtaking zones on the track. I feel like this is pretty similar in some aspects. It's using those Nashville city streets to try to get an interesting layout, and while I think, at least, you know, by the layout, it doesn't look very good for overtaking, IndyCar has made quite good work of the circuit, and regardless, I'm sure it's still a very cool technical challenge to see the drivers weave their way around these city streets. You can find this one in the link in the description below. Next up, we have an update for a circuit that I'm sure you have, and if you don't, you'll also be able to get it through the same download as the update. This is the Long Beach Street Circuit made by FN, and it has been updated once again by Rainmaker. He's added new AI and a lot of shader tweaks, as well as some wall collision updates, and actually has made the crowd in the stands visible, and this is a much welcome addition to the track. It's 3.2 kilometers long. It hosts, of course, the Long Beach GP for IndyCar, as well as, I think IMSA pretty much calls it the Long Beach GP as well. I don't know exactly what they call it, but IMSA also races around here, IndyCar does, and F1 used to on a little bit of a different layout, I think. This track has 30 pits and is, I actually think, pretty cool for racing. It also has the famous fountain hairpin section. Super pretty. You literally drive, the curb is a flower bed. You drive right by it. Super pretty. I'm sure you've driven Long Beach before in something, and if you missed out on this one here in AC, this is a fantastic time to pick it up. You can find this one in the link in the description below. Next up on the list, we have a fictional circuit. This is Paramount Ranch. It's made by McKinney, and it is a, again, fictional circuit based in Agora Hills, California, which I'm also pretty sure is a fictional place. It's 3.1 kilometers long. It has 18 pits, and just like Suzuka, it also is technically a figure 8 layout, but this is meant to kind of be a like classic historic track based in the desert, winding through the sands of the terrain, and I think it is a very fun layout. I know not everybody likes fictional circuits. I'm not like a huge fan of them, but this is definitely a fun track that I really enjoyed hot lapping some classic cars around, and it's also really well made. You can find this one in the link in the description below. And finally on the list, we have the Indianapolis Motor Speedway made by 13X, and it has been once again updated by Rainmaker. The three layouts I'm really going to be talking about here today, the ones I'm sure you're going to be using most, is the, of course, oval layout for the Indy 500, the Indy GP layout that IndyCar uses, and also I believe NASCAR uses the same layout now as well, and then the former F1 layout, which has a few different turns as well as it uses the banking for what would be on the oval T1. Rainmaker has done a lot for this track, mainly including night lighting and some shader tweaks, and it looks super duper good, especially at night. So for those future IMSA races around here, you're going to be able to put your full endurance grids on here and have a little day to night transition if you want to. The Indy layout is 4 kilometers long, and it has 43 pits as well, so you'll be able to fit pretty much any kind of grid you want to on the circuit. Besides that, it's the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's a no-brainer. I don't need to explain to you why you should have this track downloaded if you don't already, and this is a fantastic update. You can find it in the link in the description below. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, a like and a sub would mean a lot. Once again, make sure to go check out my second channel, JC Racing. That'll be the top link down in the description below. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one, guys.